Hello and welcome back to the Kazan Free State under Altu Kexa. I went ahead and did that just because I noticed I was full on army experience. But it's time after the last episode where we just looked through all this, since I wasn't planning on going that path. In today's episode, it is time to begin the vanguard of liberation. Baird was but the stepping stone for our grand war of liberation. In the north and in the west, there are still wanton oppression, and Kasa must not remain put. It must do its part to make the world a better place, to ensure that all creatures can live in freedom. Such is our duty and burden. Let's see. Let's start inform to different. Well, they seem fairly democratic, but I'll go and put my border over here, just in case they're not democratic enough. I don't actually know. So I guess we prepare for war just in case. Planu Osterland. For too long, Osterland has acted as a bane on our existence. Not content to oppress their own, the deers of the east raided our coast, enslaving or maiming innocent creatures for naught but greed and bloodlust. We will deal with them and free the thralls. Woo! Unless they're willing to just be our friends, then we're fine with them. I'm not sure if they count as free enough or not. But we're about to find out. What do you think? Are you free enough? Does non-align to, but, you know, you got elections and stuff, count enough? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? I hope it does, for your sake. Oh, you, Zeratina, you annexed Tobuk and Warzina. Wow. Man, what a successful campaign for you so far. The unlikely chance. There's little love lost between Kasa and Osterland. Ever since the founding of Kasa, the deer harassed us and even slew Sonora Pawn. Yet the winds of change have swept over our eastern neighbor, and the Ner'Jarl has surpassed our expectations. She has abolished thraldom, broken the power of nobility, and stated her intent to create a new Osterland, an Osterland that we have much in common with. Maybe this heralds a change for Osterland and Kasa relations. After decades of bloodshed, maybe the time has come for peace to reign between our two nations. Not just a lack of aggression either, but a formal and full declaration of peace and cooperation. It is a brave notion, not least considering our long-standing enmity, but the past is the past and the future is the future. Jarl Yington is the first commander in her own right, and she has much in common with our founders. Maybe the time has indeed come to reach out a hoof, find common ground despite all that has been. We were enemies, but we could be kin. The outstretched hoof. We have received a reply from the Jarl, and it is the best possible that we could have hoped for. She has tentatively agreed to our proposal, and the path to not only peace but cooperation lies open in front of us. A plurality of activity has begun throughout Kasa, and Altu Kexa is leading a meeting at the border to finalize the treaty. With it, Kasa and Osterland will be two nations as one, standing firm for harmony and freedom. Opens rest of political tree guarantees them gaining that. Well, we are friends. We are friends. We actually became friendly. Yeah, let's propose unification. Let's propose a confederation. Oh my goodness, we've done it. We're one. That is awesome. We are one. I am proud to announce that we have peacefully united in friendship and harmony. What a beautiful thing. And let's put some generals in charge with that. Let's upgrade some of you guys. Yeah, you guys are now part of our nation. You guys deserve to have some leadership. I'm glad to have you here. Man. Okay, well. I think I'm gonna... Actually, no. Let's go ahead and do To Learn of Liberty. Education is a right for all, and the key to beating back ignorance. But part of the education should also teach us to love freedom and understand why it is important to us. For what else than a lover of freedom could an educated creature be? The Harnavik motion. News has arrived from Hornavik in a strange decision. It is a newly elected city council. Let me see where Hornavik is. Okay, it's new area down that we just gained down there. Its newly elected city councilor voted to rename itself Kate Atu. In honor of the first commander, we've been assured by the garrison commander that the decision was in no way forced on them. According to her, it is actually the opposite. The decision was lobbied for by the wealthy families of the old capital of Ostland. Their motivation appears to curry favor with us and does not seem at all popular among the general populace. A few protesters were organized in the capital against this motion. In any case, the damage is done, and while our administration is exactly open to being bribed like this, it could be a good opportunity to mark the radical change occurring in Ostland. This board of such an idea also proposed to change the name to Kasa as to prevent any implication of authoritarian shift. Holstein, there's Romanian region rather than the city. Yeah, let's name the region. Yeah, let's leave the city name, but you change the region name. That sounds good. I like that. Well, we've united. We're one. We're one and the same. Now, this path's already better than the other. Actually, to be fair, this would have happened in either path. I just didn't do this one because I knew it could be done in either. So, to be fair, yeah. This is just awesome, though. Here we are. United as one. Oh, this is just awesome. Peaceful unification is the best. Oh, wow, you are... Oh, they're your ally, so I'm assuming you lost that and then they helped you regain... But they're occupying it because you're not actually true allies. You can't really just ask them. Oh, never mind. Never mind, you're just in a puppet state. So you gave that up, then you got puppeted by them, and now you're both at war with them. I see. Yeah, let's trade with Skyfall. Why not? That's why not. Because they're idiots who don't understand that they're missing out on good stuff. I see. Well, then I guess I'll just continue doing this as I do for now. Because, yeah, I can't do that one through this. That's stupid. They're stupid. Okay, let's see. Industrial Revolution. War has changed since the days when it was enough to gather plucky adventurers to stand against overwhelming odds. Now war is industrial, and is not only soldiers who fight, workers too are in the forefront of modern war, and we will ensure that they know well their part in the struggle. Woo! Yeah. What can I do over here? I think it's time to get rid of these other things. Let's start with supremacy. Let's see. I can't even do. Yeah, let's just ban supremacy. Why not? No supremacy. It's gone. And then we'll start doing some raids on both of them. Yeah, I'll wait till I have 100 and then do raids on both at the same time. Man, how are you just continuing on? Like, you're fighting everyone. Jeez. Like, you've been holding on for way longer than you should have been able to. Hey, we've done it. It's all cores now. Beautiful. Oh, let's get our navies together. Come together, new navies. Become one. Who's our best naval person? Let's put you in charge. You're a fine folk. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and go back over here. Break the estates. Land and wealth in Australand has long been concentrated in large estates, worked by thralls and owned by the nobility. We will break them apart, distribute land to the freed thralls, and use the financial assets to pay reparations and fund the pacification of the dear lands. Finally, there's justice for generations of slaves. I mean, we don't really need to use it to pacify them, but besides that, yeah, agreed. We don't need the compliance, but yeah, building civilians up, getting this place ready, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're almost gonna build our first civilian victory. Woo! The Kingdom of Wingbardy's doing some war. Oh. They've already killed the Fakorian Queendom. Well, this is just their second war. Oh, now they're in a two-front war. Oh, Zebrica was the one to declare war on Chirptera, not the other way around. Oh, boy. Then what's Chirptera doing being so slow? Like, there hasn't even been the Civil War or anything. Like, usually they are very fast with going if the Civil War doesn't happen. But this time they haven't even gotten past this focus tree. What is up with that? Is Equestria like doing some weird thing where they haven't actually stopped the possibility of the Civil War happening, but the Civil War also hasn't happened, so they're just not able to continue their focus tree? Is that it? Is it something weird like that? Who are you? What has happened? Sarajevan Republic. Who are you? What is going on here? Your harmonic socialism, but your party ideology is harmonic, which is like 5% of your government. What is going on over here? I don't. Did you get defeated by them and they just released you as independent? Also, you're owned by them. What happened in Equestria? What happened in Equus while I wasn't looking? What happened over there? Like, I have absolutely no idea what happened over there. At all. But, whatever, I guess. Yeah. So, it looks like at this time, like, the Carthaginians are gonna be successful. Like, you're just a puppet? Okay, interesting. I mean, cult and revolution, but you're a puppet of them. So I guess, sure, what a revolution it is. And you're a puppet of them. You're not puppeted, but you're just an ally of them? And then Zertia's being successful while they're existing. Oh, you're the Harmonic Republic. Oh. Oh. So you got independence as a puppet harmony with the Cultfair Revolution tree? What is going on in the rest of the world? What is going on in the rest of the world? I do not get it. Alright, map the land. For all their greed, the Jarls of Osterland were rather mediocre when it comes to economics. From all accounts, there's wealth of resources in these lands that have gone unexploited. We shall send experts to evaluate them. It is time we put those resources to good use, and use the profits to help repair the damages to thraldom. Man, more war, huh? I don't like how powerful they're getting. Oh, there's another, and they're that socialist nation is one out, which means there's another powerful thing going on, another powerful socialist, which is even more. Which is, you know, great. Which means if they join the alliance, it'll be even bigger, especially because they'll be united directly, because they're probably going to take land from the state of Lake City. Unjust revenge. Altu Kexa was resting in her room at the Hornvik Cape Hotel, the dreadful document waiting for her on the desk. She looked down to the city. Now that she was there, she had to admit that it was all quite pretty. Peaceful, even. When a bunch of cheerful little fawns playing in the streets passed below her window, she let out a playful sigh. Why, she wondered. Why did the world have to be this way? Why was so much beauty built on suffering? Why did righting those wrongs had to be this bloody? I mean, it wasn't bloody. Why did it rest upon the shoulders of the free-minded creatures to wage war, revolution, and destruction to bring back a better world? I mean, we didn't have to. Perhaps it was a trick from those who benefited from oppression to entrench themselves, to make peaceful reform impossible, to make their downfall so painful that those who would seek it would be brought down to their level, enough to make them think twice. She turned back towards the desk, and then the papers on it. They told of a bitter story of how freed thralls had struck out from their relief camps, sought the hold of their oppressors, burning it down and killing the noble families of their remaining servants, and the details. The hard little details. It was hard to conceive, yet spoke much of the pain and misery that had inflicted on them. How many horrid little details did they have to endure that went without reports, and yet she took the documents and signed it. This was Kasa, in the land of freedom. One does not ascribe to the rule of the angry mob. One does not condone extrajudicial killings, and a society that would allow wanton murder, even as a revenge from a grave offenses, was not a free society, and so even these terrible circumstances, they ought to be punished for their barbarianism. So justice may emerge in these lands. Now it is done. Yeah, it makes sense. I agree. Ignorance is the building block of tyranny. During their numerous talks with Jan Bronzy and other foreign volunteers, something that had struck with Etitu was how frequent the ruling elites had used ignorance to help entrench their own power. Then when advisory council debates a matter of literacy in Kasa in her presence, she couldn't help but wonder. Of course Kasa was no tyranny, but could it be made into one should the written word go on as a luxury? This question haunted many of her nights, and so after long consideration she acted her admiration to draft an extensive plan to root out illiteracy in Kasa forevermore. The plan would include an extensive program of mandatory readings that would include the history of Kasa, accounts of victims of oppressions and buried, Esterland and the Griffiths, and philosophical works on the ideal of liberty. They shall be candles in the night of this world. Woo! Awesome. Yeah, I get that you're harmonic. I get that you're peaceful, but I'm gonna just force the game to let me fight you. So, it happens, Now, this one, they don't even exist. So, if I want to go down and do this stuff, I'd actually have to fight Prywin, which, that have not... Oh, wow. Allows you to justify war goals of nations that have not generated world tension. Wow. You could actually... This is... I know I get used to Mr. Kittenface with the comment of, oh, this is like the nation that doesn't focus on world conquesty things, and like you can be peaceful, and it's like a lot of peace and stuff. But like this is the one path that I've seen that's like, yeah, you could just now justify war goes on nations that have not generated world tension, meaning you can go to war with whoever you want, meaning you can conquer the entire world. Yay! Pausia pa herois. Atu is known for her love of poetry, and recently has proposed a new one to commemorate those that have fallen in the cause of liberty. This has encapsulated the public to remember the fallen and pick up their cause. Woo! The Empire Strikes Back. Oh. Grant citation. Oh, interesting. Sure. Took part in the occupation of Dunborough, former seat of the Bardarian government. Oh, I see. Well, what do I want to give to you? Supply consumption. Medal for gallantry. Sure. And promote ya. Ordered for action in Dunbar. Cool. Hey, Alfred. How you doing? Just promoted to the rank. What do you... Why do they always give them some, like, 2 of them, but not all 3? Like, it's just... Give them nothing or give them all of them. Like, don't make the borders weird. It's just like, what's the point? Man, I don't like how little manpower I have as the snake. Like, come on. Why can't I have, like, endless manpower? I should have endless manpower to create the freedom that the world needs. It would only be fair. Chatal's doing something. Oh, wow. You've managed to unite, like, all of the other guys. Ah, it's the most boring deer is the one that took charge. How, wonderful. Baku Lever. A new poem collection has recently been published by Altu, focusing on an issue that she feels strongly about, that of neutrality. For a creature cannot be neutral in the struggle between the oppressor and the freedom fighter. Taking no sides means you are complacent in the suffering of serf and slave. But I think this is a good time to go ahead and end this episode. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.